for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 25 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor Z2U, link in the description. Yo, what's good? It's been Fire here, back from the video, and today we're going to be hopping into another offense in Madden 25. Today we're going to be running the gun tight offset tight end, which is always one of my favorite formations to run in Madden. Super good, super balanced, and it is just overall a fun formation to run. It's not going to be meta necessarily, but it is going to be incredibly difficult to stop. And we're going to put together a few good route combos. If you guys want to see this scheme in gameplay, definitely let me know. I'd be happy to bring that to you. We're going to be in the New York Jets offensive playbook. This is the only playbook that has the gun tight offset tight end this year. But lucky for you guys, Jets is stacked. You have Trey White Flex, which I just posted a college football video on. You have split close. You have bunch tight end. You have gun bunch. And you obviously have our tight offset tight end. So pretty much what we're going to do here is we are going to set up our audibles. I already preset them. We like Y out, inside zone, spot, PA seams. Some of the other passing plays that are decent are bench on the left. I'm not going to talk about that one, but we have drive outs okay, mesh spot we will touch on, and then running the ball we have 0-1 trap as well as the inside zone as our options. So without further ado, let's hop into Y out as our first play. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show you is that this play can be a cover 3 beater. Now, you will need good protection, but all I like doing is streaking A, and we can leave X on a drag. I will try and like half slide to the left to get a little bit more time, but now I'm on all Madden, so the protection may not hold up ideally, but see if we can get it going. Now, one thing you can also do, and that is how it's done. You just want to roll out, hit this deep post. The corner out's going to pull it down against cover 3, and that is going to obviously cook. So that's the one way to do it. Now, you could also go to the halfback 1 package out of this formation, which is going to allow you to use 4 wide receivers if you prefer. We do have a good tight end, so we are going to use Njoku, but that's an option as well. So that setup is also not terrible. Just a little streak. You have a drag, you have post, and you have corner out. Very good man coverage setup. Like, we could obviously hit the drag here. That's going to be open. That was kind of a hospital pass, but that is going to be open. This post route is going to be open as well. And this is a good quick snap play. Right there in the middle of the field. Should be open cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. All the above. Now the next kind of variation would be go 2 drags. You can still block this running back for the 6-man protection. I'm just going to give you a little bit more time. You can hit this drag over here. So again, simple, but I like just really throwing these quick little short passes. It's just a nightmare to defend. You can get your opponent to start playing underneath, throw it over the top, beat him that way. So the next kind of way we can do it is go with a little streak with a slant. So we go streak slant, and then we put Jerome Ford here on a flat. Could you motion out? You could. It's not necessary though, but actually, I would say don't motion out because I don't want that to happen, and because it's just so much slower. So we'll run this play kind of like so. And now we get a lot of space over there. We could have checked it down to the flat. We could still obviously hit the post over the top. Then you still have the corner out on the left if you want. Now, one way to open up the corner out would be try and go like a streak. So you could even go streak, drag, backside flat. You still have the post. And this would, the protection can hold up. This would allow that route to get open. So could motion them out, streak, drag, flat, and I'm going to spend the most time on this play because it is kind of my most used play out of the formation. But Elijah Moore ran a weird streak there. I don't know. He was so much more open on the last one. Let's see if we can get it going. Obviously being on the wide hash would help. No, it's because he runs the fade so much slower. So put him on the streak first and then motion him out so that he runs like a clean streak. Obviously you could block the running back out of this play as well, but now you're going to be able to get the depth and hit that route open. So that's one, and then I got really one other setup we could do is like a drag, slant, flat combo. So we go drag, slant, flat, we still have the deep post, we still have the corner out. There's going to be a lot going on. I pressed the wrong button there, but there's going to be a lot of people open. The drag was open, the slant was open, the flat was open, the post was open. Now the post isn't going to get as open without the streak, but it should still work if you can hit it late, and you have a lot of space here with the slant. pick which one, you know, throw it to the side that he doesn't use her. Always the drag or the corner out's going to be open unless he double Mabel's over there. So next we got the inside zone. Now with the inside zone, I like to do a little bluff like motion over here. Now ideally you want the left guard to pick up the linebacker there. He usually does. I don't know why he chose not to here. That is kind of what you want it to look like. All these blocks. Now we're in a cover 3, which is going to be really a better stacking the box defense than like a cover 2 or a cover 4 would be necessarily, because they have that extra guy in the box. But the inside zone is solid. Now I don't sit here and run the ball all that much, but if he's in a dollar, dime, feel free to run that rock. Now next play is spot. And spot is interesting here. You get a stock zig route, which is a lot more valuable this year because of the fact that there is no zig routes. You can't just put a player on a zig, so it becomes a lot more valuable. First setup I'll show you is we're going to streak Judy, and we're just going to put X actually on a slant. So you have slant, flat, corner route, streak, backside corner route. This would be your man coverage beater, Cooper over here, if you could. Otherwise, we have a nice little kind of flood concept going over here. Obviously, we can check it down to Jerome Ford over there. And if he's open, you want to take that as much as you can possibly take it. Just keep throwing it. If he's not going to defend it, feel free to just keep hitting that route. Again, set up right here. Obviously, you can hit the slant. Now, it's going to be incredibly difficult for him to use the slant and the corner out, which makes it valuable. So, you really get to pick one. Like there, you saw the slant was open. And here, I'm going to try and see if we can hit the corner out late, which we will be able to right there. So it looks like they're kind of running in the same area, but the depth is actually a lot different, which does make it a lot for the user to defend. So that would be one way we could run it. Obviously, we could kind of run it stock with a little streak. I wouldn't hate this setup necessarily. You still could get this player open. You would want to click on and undercut it if it's a cover 3. If it's a cover 2, it should be open fine. And then over here on the left, obviously we got Elijah Moore. Now, again, I would say it does depend on the coverage that you're facing with him. Obviously, if this play was like flipped, like so, it probably works better. I do like usually keep my running back to the wide side, but the zig can get open. It's really more of a man coverage route, but can it work against zone? It can. If you want to hit him here, what you could also do is just, if you want to block the running back, you could kind of throw him on a drag route, and then you could just keep it like this. Block the running back, drag, corner out, motion out, streak. Very simple concept, but inherently it would be difficult to defend because all the other plays. You could throw Jerome Ford, like going to the opposite side as well. Just give you another option if he's playing super far over the top, or if he isn't expecting anything going to the flats there. That would be a solid setup as well. Some other things that we could potentially do with this play is go with like a little backside post action. Motion him out and then go post. You could do this. Maybe a little streak here. And again, you could also even put him on like a little hitch, because he does get wide receiver hot routes. So we can go hitch, something like this. And boom, he's going to get there. Now that was bad timing, but do it that way. What you could also do is kind of going off the same setup. Motion him out, post, drag, streak, something like this. This play would not be bad as well. Cooper wide open there. Njoku also wide open. So that's it for spot. Let's go into PA seams. Now this play is interesting. We kind of want to take advantage of Cooper's deep route. He's going to be good against man coverage. You could smart route him, get him a little bit deeper. Other routes, we have a little seam pass with Njoku that could be nice. We have a little route with Judy over here. That's almost a wheel route that we can take advantage of. Now it's not going to be great against cover 3 over here, but there you see the seam route. It depends on the coverage. Cover 3 is going to be the worst defense against it and man coverage, but it can get open. You can also smart out A, and he kind of runs it a little bit better. Like, you see he runs it in a better spot. Obviously, if the linebacker's there, you're not going to throw it, but if there was no user, you'd be able to hit him in that spot. I like going with this flat. You could also motion snap it, I believe. Like, we go slant, motion Judy out, and kind of snap him over there. And this is going to open up Jerome Ford a lot. Now, if you can wait just a second longer to motion snap him, he should actually bump that curl flat. Kind of glitchy there. If you're trying to open up Coop over here, streak would do you well. You could even go with like an underneath route. Maybe we want to go back to the concept of post, hitch, motion him out. Something like this you could still go to. Or you could go drag. But Cooper's just going to run deeper. And it's just going to get a lot more open than the other one earlier. You can throw it a little bit earlier because he's running that route quicker. So that's going to be a nice route. It just does depend on the coverage. I like this slant concept. And then with B over here, you could even flat him if you want. Block the running back. You could just run it like this. I would probably smart out A. You could do this. You could maybe post the tight end if you want, because they should still run to different areas. So we could hit. Now, I didn't expect the linebacker to run step for step with him, but if he didn't, that could be an option. Let's hop into a few other plays, though. So I'm going to throw in the 0-1 trap, and then the other play that I'm going to throw in is going to be, we'll just come out in it, and it's going to be the mesh spot. Now with the mesh spot, we're trying to take advantage of the wheel route, so I like using the wheel. Some simple concepts could be something like this, post, corner out, flat. Over here you could go out route, whatever you want. We're trying to use the wheel route over here, so I do like motioning out Judy. It's kind of something we've done a lot. Hit this wheel route right there. Nice catch there by Jerome Ford. You could even go streak, hitch, something like this, motion them out. If you want to motion them out all the way, you could go speed out. I like this concept because that's a route you can really hit. Boom, a lot of space over there. I do recommend possession catching because the running backs tend to struggle to hold on to the rock. So you could do that. Again, with the tight end, I would maybe go backside post. If you want, we could still do this setup, drag, corner route, streak. I would put Amari Cooper on the manual hot route corner route because it's going to be a little bit quicker, but you could do this. I don't hate this setup. Feel free to check it down. Having a tight end there sometimes not a bad idea just because he's going to secure some of those tougher catches. Now the other run play is going to be 0-1 trap. And you're going to have a pulling guard. This is an interesting play. It usually does work a lot of the times, especially if you can catch him. It works better against the heavy sets. The inside zone is going to be better against like dollar dime. This would be better against nickel formations usually. Worked really well in the first play, not so much there. But you see able to weave through there, and we're against a cover 3, which is not great run defense, but you know, there's 8 guys in the box here, and running out of tight is not easy on its own, so having a few go-to plays could be decent. Now, I'm not going to run the ball more than 5 to 10 times a game, but have some decent stuff. You can motion like a guy in. He could pick up that other guy, so you can get creative in the run game. As far as motioning receivers across the formation, it's not something I go to often, but if you want, it's clearly, you can set up like a bunch look. If this is something that you're interested in, maybe you go post. You could still flat one, or you could even easily set up something like this. But this is really like a bunch tight end strong look almost. But I mean, this play clearly would still work. Obviously, I probably wouldn't go forward, but the drag in the post would be coming across open. But yeah, 0-1 trap. Clearly you see motioning this guy over, not a bad idea. He's going to pick up someone up the middle, and that's going to be a good concept. I will show you guys the package, though, before we wrap this up. Now, talking about the packages that I was doing earlier, we could go to the halfback 1, which is flicking the right stick to the right. And now you see we have, it's hard to show, but you go to halfback 1, and it should be all receivers. So now we have Amari Cooper in the tight end spot. We have Cedric Tillman, we have Jerry Jeudy, and then we have Elijah Moore. So this is a good way if you're like, hey, you know, I don't care about tight ends. Give me a receiver, give me speed, and you don't really care about the tight end. You don't have a good tight end. That's a good way to counteract it. But that's going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.